Oh man, guys, I just ended 2020 in a really shitty way. And actually, fun fact, I began out 2020 in a really shitty way with leg day, and I just ended it with leg day. So you kind of see how that works. Well, guys, 2020 has been a shitty year for pretty much everyone. I don't care what business guru or self-made online entrepreneur said. 2020 has been an absolute shit show for basically everyone. And if you said it's not, you're lying. Well, guys, 2021 is not going to be any better. And there's one huge mistake most, like I say 98% of guys make that hold them back every single year. And why 2021 will not be your year unless you do this. So, guys, if you're ready to get into the video, give me one of these. Subscribe for more content coming soon. Now, let's get into it. What's going on, guys? So since I know I forgot to film this in my video yesterday, my name is Eric of Saiyan Lifestyle, and I make videos like this every single Wednesday and Thursday dedicated to helping guys like you regain their masculinity through fitness and self-improvement tips. And today's video, well, that's my next video coming up now. So guys, let me talk to you a little bit about something. Now, I know this video is probably going to come out like the day after New Year's, so people probably already have their resolutions. They're thinking that, oh yeah, 2021 is going to be our year and all this, because let's face it, last year was kind of like a crapshoot, and it didn't really start out in the best way either. The middle part wasn't good either, and even still, it was not a good year. And I actually, when I couldn't get to sleep, I was watching a random YouTube video, and one came up from the YouTube algorithm saying like the worst years in human history, and I actually think 2020 might get added to that, but they're talking a lot about this, and I know there's a lot of people saying like, oh, thankfully it's 2021, and everything's going to be all better next year, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be all sunshines and unicorns pooping out rainbows and butterflies and all that. But guys, I got some news for you. 2021 isn't going to be any better. And I know you're probably like, no, this video is not about what's going on right now. It's not anything about that, since I don't need to talk about what's going on since everyone knows about it already. It's not going to be about that. It's going to be in fact about what you can control. And I've also got a hard truth for you too in this video, and I hope it does hit you pretty hard, like smack dab in the face, because a lot of guys, they need to know this. And if you're doing this one huge mistake I'm going to mention, then you've already failed 2021 before like even had a chance to even start. So, well, first of all, let me just address the elephant in the room.
First, we need to acknowledge the elephant in the room. Francine, happy birthday.
Let me just say that this is just a personal opinion of mine. I don't think the vaccine is going to save anything. I don't think the politicians are going to give up their power once we do have the vaccine. Like, they're not going to give up the restrictions or whatever. They're still going to keep their chokehold until we vote in like libertarian. That's the only way things are going to get better, like economic or like political wise. But now back into the original video. So when it comes to 2021, guys, I've got some hard news for you. It's not going to be better than any other year. Because do you remember when 2010 happened? Yeah. You thought, oh man, you know what? 2010 is going to be my year. Then about by like February, March, maybe summer, things start falling off the rails, and things really fall off the rails towards the end. And you're like, you know what? 2011 is going to be my year. Wow, 2010. I can't believe that's a decade ago. Like, wow, time flies by. And guess what happens? You see that year after year.
2 days later.
Year after year after year. 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. I'm pretty sure we all said 2020 was going to be our year. And then this happened and it wasn't our year. Now we're going, oh yes, 2021 is going to be our year. Well, why do you think it's going to be your year? Why do you think you thought all these other years were going to be your year? Why weren't they? And why is this now going to be your year? And guys, if I repeat things twice or a lot, I'm sorry. This is one of my few unscripted videos. I'm just going off pure thought right now, because I was actually listening to this podcast called the Jocko Willink with Echo Charles podcast. I would highly recommend you check it out. And in there, he said a quote that I'm not going to forget. And he said, if you wait till New Year's to make a change, you've already failed. And I really agree with that video. I really agree with that. Like, so many people, so many guys wait for the new year to come to make a resolution, to make a big lifestyle change. They're going, oh man, you know, once January 1 comes, I'm going to make this huge lifestyle change. It's going to be amazing, all this. And then, same thing happens. They give up about, say, 2-3 months into the year. It falls apart. Maybe it's good for the first month. Get a little bit tougher towards the second month, and just totally fell apart. Well, it's like those guys who, like, halfway through the week, they're like, you know what? Next Monday, I'm going to start my fitness journey. Or next Monday, I'm going to start applying for a better job. And guess what happens? They never do that. Well, they might actually go in on Monday, but then they don't really continue with it. And the reason is because they made that goal into the future. Rather than saying, okay, right now, I need to do this. I need to start working out. I need to find a better job. I need to take better care of myself. And it never happens because they made it to the future. You made your brain think that it's not too important for you. You may not be thinking you're getting paid the way you want to be, and you're going, I'm going to start applying for jobs tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, and like the whole Nike slogan, yesterday you said tomorrow, or tomorrow you said, yeah, sorry I flipped that around. Tomorrow you said yesterday. You're going to keep putting it off and off and off. And then something when New Year's comes, then you make it. Now, how many of you are like this? Let me know in the description down below. And also, that podcast by Jocko Willing, I would highly suggest watching or listening to it, especially into like a lot of military stuff. Like, I find it really interesting to listen to that stuff and all like the experience and knowledge that he has. And I would also highly recommend you read his book, Extreme Ownership. I'll link in the description down below. I highly suggest you read it this next year for one of your resolutions. Excuse me. I highly suggest you read this book as soon as you can, because it's going to be probably one of your most life-changing books out there. Now, guys, that's the mistake. You wait till New Year's to make a lifestyle change. Now, let me know if you react the same way to this, the way this meme does. When people post a whole New Year, New Me all over social media, how many of you react the exact same way? And feel free to raise your hand wherever you are. If you're watching this on your laptop, on your tablet, on your phone, or whatever, feel free to raise your hand. Now, guys, stop waiting for New Year's to make a lifestyle change. And I'm just going to do this right now so I get this out of the way. I'm just going to put up some lists of things you can do right now. That's going to, all these lifestyle YouTubers probably would put up about how to make 2021 your year. They include things, of course, like working out, working harder, eating better, going to sleep more, drinking more water, reading more, working on new skills, stuff like that. That's pretty much all it incorporates. The same exact thing. Well, guys, I'm here to say that not even that is going to be enough to make 2020 a year, or even to crush it. And I remember I did make a YouTube video about how to make 2020 your year. Little did I know what the world had in store for us. So what I'm getting at is that just because it's a new year does not mean things are going to get better or things are going to get changed. If you don't change like your habit process or your thought process for next year, nothing is going to get better. If you're still following the same habit process and thought process you did in 2010 as you did in like 2011 or whatever, it's never going to get better. It's never going to be your year. Yeah, a few more good things might happen to you this year, but it's not going to be exponentially better. You're not going to kill this year like you want to. You have to start acting differently. You have to start by not making a New Year's resolution. Start by making a change right now. Like 2 or 3 weeks after you watch this video, see something you didn't think about and make a change right there and then. Do it that day. Don't wait for tomorrow. Make a change that day. Even if it's like 5 in the morning, make that change. Try to change your habit process, because no year, like not even 2030 is going to be your year unless you decide to change things to really make it, like, just change your habit process, your thought process. It's not going to change. No year is going to be your year unless you decide to actually make it happen. And if you are one of those guys waiting for the new year, you've already failed. You have to make that change right away. That's the only way it's going to stick and actually be helpful to you. Now for me, I know guys will ask me a lot like, what are your New Year's resolutions? But this is the reason I don't make New Year's resolutions. And when it comes to my mentorship program, I don't run New Year's discounts because I don't believe in this stuff. I believe in the power of now. I believe there's no right time but the power of now. So if you are one of those guys right now making these New Year's resolutions, thinking that January 1 is going to be your year, that you're going to crush 2021, but you're still operating on the same patterns as you were before, it's not going to happen. And stop waiting to make changes. Make changes right away. And stop waiting for it to happen. So guys, if you do want to make 2021 your year and absolutely crush it, then you have to stop waiting to make things happen, and you need to start making it happen and commit to it. Don't go, oh, next week or next month. Do it right then and there. And even if it's after the new year, still continue to make lifestyle changes and really commit to those changes. That way you can actually crush 2021 like you want to. Now guys, if you did enjoy that video, once again, give me one of these for the video. And also make sure you do subscribe for more content coming soon, because I release videos every Wednesday and every Saturday. Dedicated to helping guys like you regain themselves. Now guys, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, Saiyans, let's get it.
Is to go even further beyond!